4430 cold start. There she is. Hey guys, welcome back to Bennett's Build here. We're standing behind the 5020, and I figured out that since that bearing was snapped off basically inside this ring gear here, you can kind of see what happened. And so I got everything gutted this morning, and last night I pulled this other final drive off here. Luckily, everything looks really good in here. I don't see anything wrong with any of this planetary or the bearing. You can see there's a little bit of wear on this from that sun gear rubbing on that, and I think that's from the other side being off center, from that bearing being kind of broken. So everything looks good inside here. The brake pads look okay. The pads on the actual, like, I don't know, the other brake disc thing were kind of worn down, but the other thing I'm concerned about is there's a broken tooth on my planetary right there, and it's pretty bad. Can you bring me that flashlight? I'll kind of get you a better look here. It's kind of, I might be able to turn it this way, I guess. You might be able to see a little better. But you can kind of see it there better. I mean, compared to the rest of them, to me, that's pretty serious. To the point where I'm probably going to have to replace this ring gear. Otherwise, it just potential of this thing grenading, you know, farther down the line. I talked to the original owners, and they said they've had this rear end apart before. I'm not sure exactly what they did to it, but other than that, it looks good. I was reading in the book, and the book says that gear there that my flashlight's on, and this big ring gear here, so that it has to be a match set. So I'm gonna see how true that rings out to be, or if I can just replace this, because if I have to replace that gear there, I have to split the transmission and then go in deeper basically and keep pulling stuff out, which I do not want to do. But for right now, this is where I'm at. I've got a guy downstate, because this is up with my grandparents right now. I got a guy downstate that's gonna hopefully work on this for me and get the planetary I'll tore apart there, that differential, and got all my parts set out on the table here. This is part of the differential here on the other side, on the left hand side, and all these bevel gears look good. I don't see any issues with those. This I don't know what you want to call it, spoiler gear, whatever, looks to be in good shape. I don't see any issues with that as well. The splines look great. That bearing looks good. What I am gonna do though is I'm probably gonna put this final drive, or the differential, back together completely. So I'm gonna bolt that back on, put that back in there, and then bring both the bearing quills with me, which the left side is here and the right side is over there. And that way I can have new races put in, new bearings put in. They don't look bad, but if I'm already this far apart, I might as well replace them if I can get them. So that's what I'm gonna do. Some of the other things I plan on doing to this 5020 is replacing this head gasket here. It's been leaking back here pretty good, pretty much all the way around. So I do have a new head gasket for that. So that'll be coming up in the video, or in some future videos, after I get this final drive completed, hopefully. Also, I am going to be replacing this exhaust manifold. It is broken. It's broken up here. One of the ear tabs is busted off it. Plus, it's super rusted out on the top of the exhaust hooks into it. And I'll be replacing that. So that'd be a little bit bigger process too, because the intake has to come off in order to pull the manifold off. And so I'll have to get new gaskets for that. I do already have a new exhaust manifold. I bought a used one. And so that'll be coming up too. Hopefully the new one will go in just fine. I don't have any issues with it. So But I did have it run yesterday. It runs good. The motor sounds great, nice and strong. So now it's just a matter of finding differential parts and getting this thing all put back together. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching Bennett's Build. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and hit that comment button. Talk to you guys later.